Oh yeah, making it look easy. All right, so we are out at a little property today, checking it out. It's apparently an old dilapidated farm, which would be perfect for us. We're gonna go take a look right now.
Oh.
Doesn't look like anything has gone on here in a long time. There's the house. You can't even see that from the road. That's wild. Oh yeah.
Okay, that I want to see.
I don't know what shape this old house is in, but it looks kind of cool. Oh. Here, you go first. No, I was just kidding. Don't go.
Oh, the spider.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was talking about the floor. I gotta just pick a piece of the porch up to knock the spider down with. All right, this place is in a rough shape. Another bathroom.
Right by the kitchen.
Nice.
Is this a 1 bedroom or 2?
I guess it could be 2 bedrooms.
Whoa.
It just depends on how you cut it up, I guess.
Ooh, that's lovely.
Oh, check that out. It's already set up for somebody stole the wood burning stove out of there.
Oh, I can do all things through Christ. Okay.
There's like plenty of room out here for all of our activities and projects that we could dream up. Little tool shed. Interesting. Okay. That door just opened up for us on its own, so.
Oh, wow. One of them old fans in there.
The old what?
Old fan.
Uh-uh.
With old brass fan.
No kidding. Oh boy. There's still a lot of stuff in here. That's crazy.
Oh.
All right, let's go around. Let's go around this way. Wow.
Huge.
It is. It's 33 acres. For a comparison, we live on about 1.8 acres of land, and that feels pretty big to us. This is 33. We're back behind all the buildings now. Look at all of these oak trees, guys. What do you think? I think it's crazy too.
I like this, because now you can actually start to walk.
Yeah.
What is that?
Old pen of some sort. I don't know. This is so cool. Want to do it? We could sell everything we own, including the dogs.
No.
Just kidding. Nobody's going to pay that much for secondhand dogs. So we have like over here mature timber, bunch of oak trees, some elm trees mixed in, and then over here we have like fairly newer mesquite trees and things like that. This was all most likely a hayfield at one point that has just kind of grown back up, and we are still walking. This thing goes on forever. All right, so we've been walking for quite a ways, and we're only about a third of the way to the back of the property now. There's also a couple of ponds out here, and we should be getting close to the first one here in just a minute, but it is starting to get pretty thick back here, so hopefully we at least make it to the first pond.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, so this is the first of the 2 tanks that's on the property. Golly. Wow. That is nice. Beautiful. I think we need to do whatever we can do to try and get this.
Oh, I saw a fish or something out there.
What's going on, guys? We're back out here at the abandoned farm. We're out here taking a closer look at some of the things that we really didn't even pay attention to. And we're also going to be looking at some of the things you guys mentioned. And here in a little bit, we're going to show you guys something that makes this 100 times better. And it may flip a lot of you guys from saying no to heck yeah, do it. But for now, we're taking a look at this little shop area. It's actually got a nice concrete slab foundation. Looks like the back half of it's kind of slumped off. But the actual structure is made of pipe, welded pipe. So that's good. Some of the boards look like they might need to be replaced, but as a whole, it's pretty good. And this is not going to be a house, so something like a foundation that slumps off, we probably won't even worry about. I don't know. We'll see. Hi over there.
Hi.
Are you trying to figure out how to get? Are you trying to figure out how to get over here?
No, I was just sneaking up on you and then I got caught in the mesquite.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. So walking back towards the house, we'll take a look at something we just now noticed. We got some tractor implements over here, which is pretty cool. Have no idea of the condition, but that is a brush hog.
A baby brush hog.
A little guy. There is another one here. That one looks like it might be in a little better shape.
No, there's a big crack in it right here. It's kind of pretty rusted.
So some older implements, but maybe still viable, and if not, maybe we can sell them, and if not, then maybe we'll scrap them. This is actually a tiller, I believe. Yeah, a little rototiller.
Oh, stuff's wrapped up in it?
Yeah, needs to be cleaned up, but it is a tiller. So we're over here in front of the house that we showed you guys in the last video. And there's not really anything new about that. Some people were saying that they thought this was a mobile home. There are mobile home parts on it, but I'm not sure, because it does have kind of a concrete foundation all the way around it. I'm not quite brave enough to crawl underneath it and go confirm if it has axles or not. So we'll just leave that a mystery for now. And here is the really cool part. We're standing on the front porch, the same place we ended the last video. And if you look right through there, it's kind of hard to see, but on the other corner of the property, that is actually a pretty nice livable home. We did go take a walk around it, and on the inside is really nice. And I'll show you guys what the outside of that looks like right now. So there's been an update since we had the camera on last. A huge update, actually. So as soon as we got done walking the property, we called the realtor and we told her, we said, we really like the land. It's super nice. It's exactly what we're looking for. How hard would it be for somebody to acquire a loan on land? Because we've never looked into that. And she said you would need about 30% down, which is, what is 30% of 425? That's a ton.
Yeah.
That's massive. She said, but if you're first-time home buyers, there's another option. And we said, well, yeah, we are first-time home buyers, but the home on the property isn't going to get us the first-time home buyers loan. She said, no, you're right about that, but there is another home on the property. And this is it right here. This is actually connected to the rest of the land.
So we've taken a tour on the inside and we like it.
We do like it.
And not only that, there's 2 more acres on this side as well.
Thank you, yeah. So a total of 35 acres. The one drawback to it, it is a mobile home, and it's an older mobile home, I think 95. But the inside of it has been updated over the years, and it looks way better than the outside does. Way better than the outside does. Like, it's actually really nice. This does need some work.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible. Like I said earlier, we already live in a crappy mobile home.
But this one here's the step up from the crappy one.
Exactly.
I will say that.
So we'd still live in a ratty mobile home, but at least we would be happy in this one, I think. So this is the back of the property. Like I said, it definitely needs some work. Right back here, you've already got some fences put up and sectioned off for dogs and that kind of thing. So Stacy's dogs can live happily outside.
No.
From now on. In the wild, they're gonna revert back to their wolf stages, dude. It's gonna be fun.
No.
They're gonna bring us dinner, rabbits and stuff. And it already comes with a storm cellar. Neat. Dang, with a latching door. That's kind of cool. Not bad. Do you see any water lines on the inside of that? Where it's flooded in the past? No? Awesome.
None at all.
We lived in a house one time that had a storm cellar and it flooded bad. The tornado didn't get you, you were gonna drown like a rat in a shoebox in there. Hi everyone, who remembers the abandoned farm? And it's almost 36 acres that we looked at a couple of weeks ago. Seems like once a month or so we come out and take a look at a place like this and nothing ever really becomes of it. There's a lot of different reasons for why we never go back to a place. But we're here again, and there's actually a lot of development that has gone on with this place. And we'll fill you in on all of that right now. First, we'll head over and go take a look at the house you guys haven't really had a chance to see yet. For those of you that don't know, there are actually 2 dwellings on this property. This one's in rough shape and not livable. This place here actually turns out it is in pretty rough shape too, but it's not as bad as the other one. The outside's pretty rough. It needs paint and caulked, and it also needs some new underpinning. So to catch everyone up, we had an appraisal done to find out what the property was worth, including the dwellings and everything else that it had going for it. And then we put in an offer. We wanted to be somewhere around the value of the land, just in case everything else out here ended up being a throwaway. And so we put in our formal offer a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and here we are today. And they accepted the offer. And what else happened?
We closed. It's ours.
What Stacy just said, we closed on it. This is our property. This is our 36 acres. This is our junky dump of a trailer right here. And we're so happy about it.
Very happy. The land makes up.
It's great. Look, I said it in another video. We're gonna walk around and go take a look. I said it in another video. We already live in a dumpy trailer, but at least this one's ours, and we can fix it how we see fit. And when it needs to be fixed, we can get on it right away instead of doing the whole landlord thing. It's in rough shape, but it's not that bad. We're gonna go take a look at it right now. This is us walking around the outside edge here. It comes with a pretty nice storage building, a storm cellar over there. The boat's not ours, truck's ours, tractor's ours. We'll take a closer look at that. Heading up the stairs here. These are gonna need to be replaced. And keep in mind, there's not much here that I've came across so far and been like, oh wow, that's in really good shape. Doesn't really exist here, so keep that in mind. Here we go. Walking right into a big utility room. Washer and dryer go here. Aaron is just now pulling up on the tractor. I bet everybody think we're just messing with him probably, huh?
We're not.
We have been known to play some pranks in the past.
This ain't no prank.
This
Is it Petra? We even have our dog here.
It doesn't feel like real life, but it is. So this is the utility room. Washer, dryer. I think the lady had some like fridges and deep freezes and stuff like that in here. Everything's dirty, but we're gonna take care of all that. Coming in here, 2 bedrooms. One on this side, we have some drywall over here to fix up, and everything needs to be painted and made new and nice and clean. Yeah. And again, we're gonna get to that. So bedroom number 1 here. Hi, Aaron. This is bedroom number 2, which somebody already laid claim to, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Bedroom number 2 that actually has its own bathroom, and it needs some attention as well. But we're gonna do it the right way, and we're gonna get it all done. All right, so walking this way, we have to our right here another bathroom, and I guess this one's not in terrible shape. Just needs some ugly wallpaper painted over. A lot of nails and screws and stuff in the wall that we're gonna get all that out and putty over it and then paint over it. Leaving the bathroom and heading in here, you'll notice another door on the opposite side of the room, and this kind of thing right here in the middle. This was actually 2 bedrooms at one time, which would make this a 5-bedroom house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5.
I don't know what we're gonna use this space for just yet, but it's big, huh? Stacy's like a mile away.
It's huge.
Hi over there. And so leaving the opposite door here, there's a little dining area here with a sliding glass door there. This is Stacy's little but cute kitchen, except for the purple. Got a lot of cabinet space here, some glass cabinets here so she can keep her stuff in there and see what she has. It is a little dirty, but like I said, it's a work in progress. The important thing to focus on is it is our work in progress. More cabinet space over here. Again, the purple, not a big fan of the purple.
I actually like it.
You like the purple?
I actually do, yeah.
I don't care. Purple, color.
I like the colors.
Don't get used to it, is all I'm
do.
saying, because it ain't gonna be hanging around for long. Over here they had a refrigerator, and that's gonna need some attention for sure. There was a little bit of a leak that happened over here, but not worried about it. Again, this is ours.
We can rip out the dishwasher and put more cabinets in.
Yeah, Stacy, for some reason, and for those of you who don't know, I think we've mentioned it here before, does not use a dishwasher.
It doesn't clean good. I don't like dishwashers.
Not as good as you. Stacy's a good dishwasher. So stepping over this way, this is the sliding glass door. It will probably need some attention at some point, but it opens up into the back here. Very nice. There's Stacy and Aaron. Looking back this way, we have a giant living room. It's huge, much bigger than what we're used to. And something I'm very excited about, a fireplace that does function. You can actually build fires inside. And again, this space here is pretty darn big. So leaving out here, pushing into the master bedroom here. Quite spacious, but check this out. You guys are gonna love this. The biggest closet I've ever seen in my life. This thing is huge. It is massive. This could literally be an office or another room, a small one at that, but it is big. And it connects to the bathroom, and this is it. Bathroom is also pretty rough with kind of the same ugly wallpaper. There's a few spots in the floor that will need to be replaced. Some silly things like this wood that's just hammered to the wall to hold in this that's actually supposed to be recessed into the wall. We'll get rid of that. Big bathtub, actually a jacuzzi tub. And a lot of people were asking about septic and water and all of those things. This place is actually on city water. And we have water, and we also have a functioning septic system already as well. So that's two things we don't have to worry about at all. Literally the only things that we have to focus on in here are gonna be cleaning everything up. We're gonna see if we can find one of the big commercial carpet cleaners to come in and clean up the carpets. We're gonna clean up all of the walls really good, get all the nails out, putty over the holes, and then we're gonna use Kills to spray over it because the person here was a smoker. So we're gonna do away with that entirely. We're gonna clean it, we're gonna paint it, make it all nice and fresh and clean for our family to live in. So this is the back porch here. It is a mess. The previous owner kind of left it in a bit of disarray, but that's okay. They had a lot to do, and we told her we didn't mind doing a little bit of cleanup. Hey, Petra, what is that? Yeah, we got a lot of cleaning up to do around here, but this is kind of the backyard here. And it's actually raining. This is one of the things I was most excited about, was being able to stand under here and watch the rain and not get wet. So that's kind of cool. Eventually this whole back deck is going to get replaced. We're going to look into that at a later time. For now it's holding our weight, so that's all that matters. There's a closer look at the tractor over there and the Ford that came with it. We actually have a title for that, and it's supposed to run. I don't know. The boat's going to be here for a couple of weeks while the lady gets her title situation figured out, so we're going to let her store it here until she does. We have our first storm in the new house, actually. That is a lot of hail coming in. While neither of our vehicles are parked under the carport. The storm finally died down where we could get out of here. You can tell we're obviously going to need a driveway put in too. That will be on the long list of things to do. So that's the house we're going to be living in eventually. We're going to keep you guys posted on how all of the things progress as we move towards getting it ready for us to actually move in. By the way, we also checked, and it turns out the pond in the back is full of fish. We're out here fishing the new pond, and Stacy just caught the very first fish out of it, and that's not a bad looking bass, actually. Turn so I can see them shoulders.
What do you mean?
Turn them this way.
This way?
Let me see, this back. Let me see the back. Just turn it. Nope, that is also not what I meant. Let the fish, okay, let me see its back. Yeah, like that. It's a thick dude, for sure. All right.
See that? Oh, that's a big one.
Maybe he is big. Maybe he is big.
Ooh.
I saw a tiny one jump out
All right.
over there, right next to his.
This is the third fish coming up. Easy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
No.
I hate this.
Dang, dude. Hold on, Kane.
That was the biggest one I've ever
Kane,
seen.
did you not see it come out of the water over here? It looked tiny.
That was a different one.
Is it a different fish?
happened-
It scared it?
I think what happened was there was a tiny one over there
It got
that
scared.
got,
Oh
that got
my
hooked, and then
gosh.
a bigger one came along and ate that smaller one.
Dude, you might be right, because I saw a little fish come out of the water like this big a while
And
ago.
that's where my freaking line was,
All right,
too.
well.
Yeah, that was a different one. I got scared.
What'd you find?
An axe head.
Huh. Huh. It's a splitting maul, is what that is. We can clean it up and put a new handle on it and then and use it, actually.
That is awesome.
Bass and crappie so far, and it's freaking awesome. Watching the family down there catching fish and having fun was one of the honestly greatest moments in my entire life. This whole thing has been a dream and still doesn't feel real. And it's going to be a journey. We'll make sure and document all of it on here, show you the ups and downs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we'll see if it makes or breaks us. We'll see what happens. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and we'll be back with another one very soon. So last night was our first time staying at the new property, and it felt awesome. Still very much unreal. It doesn't really quite seem like reality. There's Stacy. Hi. Hello. Kane and I stayed in the camper last night because the inside of the house is pretty nasty from all the cigarette smoke that went on in that house for a long time. We have somebody coming. They should be pulling up any minute now, and they're bringing with them all of the super duper strong commercial chemicals to peel that stuff off the wall and get that whole project started where we can actually get it cleaned and repainted and all of the work that needs to be done so that we can move in. But how do you feel about sleeping here last night?
I woke up 3 times.
Okay. We stayed here last night because we were going to get up super early this morning and get to work out here. But unfortunately, it rained literally all morning. It's about 2 o'clock now, and it stopped raining. It's still wet and nasty out here, but it has stopped raining. We had the big roll-off dropped off here about an hour ago, so now we're going to start breaking some of this stuff down out here and filling this up. I think this is 15 yards. It's going to be kind of different throwing stuff into one of these instead of pulling stuff out, but let's just take a look around real quick and we'll show you the mess we got to clean up. We have already started some. We were taking trash back to our house and throwing it in the dumpster. That's full. Trash over here. Trash all on the porch. Trash everywhere. We got some tarps to deal with. I guess that's a screen for the sliding door. Lots and lots and lots of stuff to get rid of. There's a ton of trash in the back of the old Ford, which, by the way, this is ours. It came with the house and we even got the title for it and it's signed over, so that'll be something else we're messing with at a later date. The tractor as well. That's a big tractor too. That's probably, I think that's like an 80 or 90 horsepower tractor. That's a big old thing. There's a bunch of scrap metal on the ground too, which there's a ton of that laying around, so we'll be recycling that. It's going to be a major work in progress, but we knew what we were getting into. This is what we wanted. The way I look at it is we pretty much just paid for the land, so if we can salvage this, then kind of free. I don't know. That's the way I'm tricking myself into thinking anyway. So let's get started cleaning this up and see if we can make it look any better. That's about right. Oh boy, we got to do this without destroying the air conditioning unit. Let's see. Which I don't even know if this thing works or not. Not much else does around here. Okay, good enough. All right, and this, I guess we're just gonna take over here somewhere and start a scrap pile. There's definitely enough scrap metal out here to make it worth hauling into the junkyard. And maybe, hopefully, we'll even be able to make enough to pay for a new driveway, since the road base that was put down previously is all gone. And now all that's cleaned up for the most part. And that's how we're gonna do this, just one little piece at a time. It's far too overwhelming when you look at it as a whole picture, but We just keep chipping away at it. We'll be done in no time. This the tiles?
Yeah.
Okay. This particular dumpster company said we could put whatever we want to in here. A lot of them are pretty specific, but these people said whatever. Throw it away, they'll take it. It's all included, which is awesome. Looks like we got some more scrap metal up here. You want to go set those on the, just set them on the forks of the tractor there, please. Bet there's some snakes under this. Is this a plastic tote?
Yeah. Like a pallet.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant, pallet. Awesome. I love these plastic pallets. We're gonna hold on to that. Thanks, grill. That weighs about 50 pounds. Cut them off, huh? Got another plastic pallet here, which I do really like these, but Stacy was pointing out somebody cut these legs off for some reason, so that will be trash. Yeah, it's a good point. Stacy just asked if we're throwing away sheet metal. It doesn't really weigh much for scrap. It can be used to patch up things, but it's so overwhelming with the amount of stuff that's here. We're just tossing and tossing and tossing. That's the idea. I couldn't figure out why this was so heavy, because they had 17 pieces of plywood attached to it. Boom! Oh my gosh. I just realized how much of a mess I made of the tractor. Look at this. Bring it in.
It is a disaster.
Oh well, what can you do? All right, the plan is we've got a couple of burn barrels over here, and we're gonna try to set them on top of these forks and dump all of this at one time. Will we succeed? Probably not, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm hoping that we succeed though, because if not, we're gonna be picking a lot of trash up off of the ground. I mean, these things are full of trash, and they don't even have holes in them. They're full of water too. All right, there's one. Those are really heavy, and one of the trash services charged by the pound for throwing stuff away. This guy, he didn't care. He said, throw whatever you got in there, I'll pick it up. Feel like we're doing a little world's strongest man competition instead of cleaning up the farm right now. Okay. If these fall, that's really, really bad. Okay, halfway there. I have ants all over me. Whoa! I've got fire ants all over me, dude. Oh yeah. Get out of here. Nice. I got ants all over me. All right, Stacy has inspired us with a genius idea. Keep going. That's good. We're gonna throw this pallet up here and fix it in a way where it won't come off. We'll be able to throw stuff up there and dump it in, which we have the bucket for the tractor, but this will work better, I think, for right now. Okay, now it's time to tackle the porch. The other porch, that is. It also has a fridge on it and lots of other junk. Stacy's getting our cleaning supplies all crated up and out of the way right now. Oh, cool. I love these things. Yeah. Doesn't work very well. Not much does around here though.
I know.
Stacy's loading up the pallet over there. I'm gonna work on getting these big items off the porch. Stacy's over here kicking butt, dude. What do you got? All right.
That's it.
Ryobi tool set, part of one. Trash?
Yeah.
Trash, trash, trash. Worked pretty good. I just made a big mess. Like, what is even that? You know? I don't even know what this was. This is metal right here. But it has like a mattress or couch cushion or something in it. Kind of weird. Oh, it's layered. That's good.
Clean layer.
Yeah, clean layer. There's nothing clean about this place. Was it tied together somehow? What's going on? Okay. Ta-da! Whew. better. Back's looking better. Got a mess to clean up here, but the porch is cleared off. See just how unlevel that thing is. We'll have to address that at a later date. A little bit more to do right here, but tired of that for now. I'd benefit from a break from the cleaning stuff, so I'm gonna run over here and do some tractor work real quick. Also, Stacy and Kane took off to go get some dinner. They'll be back at some point. I'm not even sure what time it is. It's been such a weird day today. It already feels like it's about to be dark, but it could only be like 3 o'clock. I'm not even sure. Next up, we're going to be putting the old box blade to use. That tractor implement was actually already out here, which is very cool because it kind of replaces our old blade that broke in half on us.
Oh, it broke.
It's a much heavier duty piece of equipment, so that's kind of cool. We're going to be using that to kind of push all of this junk here out of the tall grass. That way we can assess what it is exactly and start picking the trash out, throwing it away, and burning what is burnable. There's a lot of fence and stuff like that mixed in here that we will have to contend with. Some other bits of metal over here, some other trash that's mixed in. We have effectively moved the pile over, but now we can tell what is actually in the pile. It looks like a mixture of wood and metal. So we'll get us a burn barrel set up out here eventually and burn this stuff little by little. And while we're here, we might as well go ahead and push this stuff out as well. Any amount of work that we can do on the tractor and not trudging around in snake territory is the way to go. I guess it's a little later than what I thought because the sun's setting. We got quite a bit done so far today. This was also out here, by the way. This is a disc. The back two sections are good. These are a little seized up, so we'll have to change the bearings on those, but that's going to be something that we'll end up needing and that we won't have to buy now. I'm assuming that we'll be able to fix it, which I think we can. By the way, the cleaning crew is still here working. I think they've been here for like 3 hours now, so really hoping that all of that smoky colored tar and everything else is off the walls by the time we get to go in there and see. Crossing my fingers. There's so many of these just little pieces of fence like this, and I know I'm not going to get them all, and inevitably I'm going to run one of them over with the mower. That's going to create a huge problem, but hopefully not. Almost done here, getting down to the last few pieces. The cleaners were here until like 10 p.m. last night scrubbing, and everything looks a lot better. They scrubbed every wall in this entire place, and it's still not perfect. When you're dealing with a smoker home, it never actually truly is perfect, but they did some great work. They were in here scrubbing for like 6 hours straight. Bathroom looks immaculate. This is the room where the majority of the smoking was done, and you can tell it is still pretty bad in here. But it's better than it was, and as long as it's not running, it can be painted over with kills. But anyway, it smells a lot better in here, and it looks 100% better in here. And it's very possible that in the next video, this thing will be getting painted. So hopefully so. All right, it's a brand new day here. The whole family stayed out with me last night in the camper, which was really nice. Stacy and Kane headed off this morning to go do other things. Aaron is down in the pond fishing, and I am gonna get started up here. This space over here in the area with the truck and the tractor and the two little sheds is gonna be the area of focus today. What's up, dude? Aaron just rolled up. Did you catch anything?
No, nothing.
Really?
Yeah, they are not biting at all.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe I'll get down there and show you how to do it in a little bit. Cody's gonna be here to pick this up in about an hour though.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Oh, cool.
Switching out the pallet forks for the bucket. Time to get this area cleaned up. We got a ice chest over there, some tarps. Stacy threw away like 37 tarps yesterday. We're gonna get this scrap metal picked up, these ladders moved out of here, throw that away, clean out the back of this truck. We're actually gonna get the truck pulled out today. We're gonna start trimming up this tree and working on some of that stuff on the other side. I would really like to be able to move that out of the way, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not because that is like an 8,000 pound tractor. So this is what we're dealing with now, and there's a lot of trash just kind of mixed all over the place, but there's a couple of good things too. Like here's a couple of wrenches that we were able to come across. We're gonna get this cleaned out and thrown away. Be careful when you're throwing this stuff away because I don't know if this has water in it or gas or if it's actually Roundup, I don't know. Just don't let it splash on you or anything like that. We're gonna hold on to this globe right here too. Yeah, because I think it goes to that thing across. Look at this. Just a hole rotted in it, deteriorated.
Did it get in your eyes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Better me than you. Good thing my eyes are already destroyed. Maybe I should go.
Make it better.
Should probably go rinse that out.
Yeah, definitely.
So good news, that was windshield washer fluid and not antifreeze. Pretty sure antifreeze makes you go blind. Even though I'm already blind, I think I would have been blinder. But safety glasses, right? All right, you don't touch any of this. I'll get it all.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Pretty sure Roundup to the eyes would be really bad too. I don't know. They've been back here for about 15. Look at this. It's shedding.
Oh my gosh.
How crazy is that? Aaron just pointed out the decayed matter of all of the other jugs that have just sat back here and completely disintegrated into nothing. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. There's so many of them that have just literally turned to nothing.
Oh my gosh. It's like glass.
It's like movie props. That is ridiculous. Load number 2, truck's mostly cleaned out, and this area is looking pretty good. I'm hungry, dude. What do you got?
I don't know, your old lady made y'all some burritos.
Huh.
Sent Aaron his hot sauce. Yeah.
Stacy sent us breakfast.
There you go. I went and got y'all 2 drinks.
What's going on?
This is Brother Joe. What's up, man? You come to help or what?
Look
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
leave us much room.
It's almost full. All right.
Y'all eat before the stuff gets cold.
Shoot, ain't gonna tell me twice. So Stacy sent us some breakfast burritos. Look at those things, dude. Yeah, buddy. Breakfast done. About to pull this truck out. Ready, Aaron? Nope. Back up, man. Watch out, you're in the splash zone. Hey, tell them to hold the brakes. Tell them to hold the brakes. All the way down as hard as you can. Okay, tell them to let off. All good. Truck is gone. We got this to contend with now. What the heck is that?
Oh, it's a spreader.
Is it?
Seed spreader.
The old one, huh?
Yeah, big old bag.
Huh.
Well, what's left of the bag.
How about that? So this is the deal. We got to tear this down. And this doesn't actually have a floor in it. Joey's cleaning that up right now. They have these 4x4s anchored in the ground on all sides to hold this in place because apparently there was issues with it blowing away. Testing. All right, we got this little shed cleared out here and we got the mower out. Time to pull the other mower out. Hit it, buddy! See if our little strap's gonna be enough. It's going. Hang on, Aaron. I don't think it's gonna roll with them tires, but go ahead. It's in neutral now, let's see. Nope. Well, one of them. All right. Okay, next is gonna be this shed right here. Not sure how we're gonna accomplish that just yet, but it's gonna be in pieces or crushed up like a soda can in just a second. Time to extract the little shed. Let's try it, buddy, pull up. Stick that bucket in there. Left, left. Straight. All right, all right, all right. Lift it up, see what happens. You fixed it.
What?
You fixed it. Keep going. Oh yeah. All right, look at that. Okay, 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 okay. Back up slowly. Woo! Hey, let it down some. Let it down just a little to miss these trees. Okay, 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 that's good. You got the van? The van is now a safe distance away. Hop up there, dude. Get this thing out of here.
Jump pile.
That's awesome. Huh?
Hey, let me move the side by side.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's go, Aaron. I can't believe that worked. What a mess. Oh, wow. There you go. Yep. Monster Jam!
You drove on top of it.
That's the end of that. Got this all cleared up. Looks a world better. Trees are trimmed. Now it's time to deal with this shed. We ripping this out of here or what?
Look on me. Whatever you think.
You know, it's got a hole in the roof. I think it's best. Let's see what we can salvage out of here. Looks like there's some potentially good stuff. Crack that open. Let's see.
Open here. Okay. Done.
Other side.
Okay.
Does it come up? Oh. Oh, wow.
Like a boom.
Is that the camp fuel one?
Yep,
That thing?
yep.
That's so cool.
It's got the pumper, everything.
Nice.
And the good thing about it, it's been inside the container. So.
Yeah. First good find of the day. Looks like there's another one in here. Some of those old lanterns, hey, there's a trolling motor. Some of those old lanterns can be decently valuable. We got another one right here. Let's see. Nice. Another one. I'll hand that back to you. There's another old lantern here. There's a propane one, but that's, whoops.
I think they knew they
Nice. Yeah, it looks a lot better with it. What brand is that? Coleman?
Oh man.
Here's another Coleman. Is that cracked, the mantle? Or the
Yeah.
globe?
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
It's got that shield on it too.
I do like that shield. All right, lots of trash coming out of here. We found a couple of lanterns, and then we have this little tote here. There's a little bubbler, that's trash. These are some old battery powered lanterns. Okay, that one just fell apart. Let's see what the battery situation looks like. Oh yeah, that's trash. That is what we anticipated, but you never know. Might be something worth looking at in here. Nope. Okay. This is another lantern right here. Still, well, it was new in the box. I don't know if it's ever been used. Probably no good now. Look, plastic's still on the top of it. All right, let's see what's in this case. Maybe, let's see. Whole set would be cool. Dun, da, da, da. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Got a fillet knife, like a boning knife. That's cool. Knife sharpening steel and a cutting board. That's kind of cool. Here you go. Keep pile. And the rest of that is going to be trash. We're gonna get the rest of the shelf cleaned off, and then we're just gonna push this backwards so we can get some light in here and see what we're grabbing so we don't find any snakes.
Tip it over?
Let's tip it. There we go. Can't believe how like good this shed moving stuff's working. He says this sticker is super inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newtons. I really can't see anything. I'm gonna drop it right on Jake's CRV. I'll just go get the forks and we'll move that little thing out of the way. It's not crushing. So now we're gonna try and tug this big old tractor out of here using the van. I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, but to be honest, it's more so just for fun. Aaron and Stacy just pulled up from fishing. Did y'all catch anything?
I caught a crappie.
Did you?
We did.
Yesterday she lost her lure, and I was fishing today, and I caught her lure.
Did you really?
And yes, I asked her if she wanted it, and she said yes. I told her that I was gonna use it for a little bit, and I caught a crappie on it.
The only fish of the day?
Yes.
That's funny. Well, I got good news. You guys are just in time for the show. What do y'all think the odds are of this van being able to pull this tractor out of here? Joey, go first.
I'm saying probably not great. Those tires are flat, and I just don't think they're gonna roll.
Them van tires are gonna be spinning.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
And honey?
I mean, I think it'll drag.
Okay. You have faith. Here's what I think is going to happen. As long as that engine isn't locked up and the transmission is in neutral, I think it's going to pull it right out of there. All right, here we go. We're hooked up, 4 low. We're going to see if we can yank this thing out of here. Nick, you do want to
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? Come on.
You got too much against you, huh?
He said he got too much against him.
That thing has flat tires, and it weighs like. Stop. Okay, that might snap.
Oh, okay, yep.
And you might have just had it in 2 wheel, maybe?
It's not even.
It's not even budging at all.
that tree.
Nope.
It's just rolling back to where it was. The engine seized.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just have to accept defeat. Wait a minute, I did move it.
Barely.
I moved that tractor. I win.
Not enough.
Okay, so that didn't work at all. Well, we moved a couple of inches. Trying to air up the tires now. That one's coming up. The back two did not, so I'm hoping with 2 of the 4 aired up, we'll be able to yank this thing out and get it moving. We were able to air the front 2 tires up, which means the forks are not anchoring into the ground, so if we stand a chance at pulling this thing at all, it'll be now. The back wouldn't take air, either of those, so this may all be for nothing, but let's see.
Oh. This tractor had a very long life. It had 60,117 hours.
We've got so much done over the last couple of days. We got the 2 buildings down. We did some tree trimming, still a little bit more to do there. We have to figure out a way to get this out of here because I think we're gonna end up putting one of our buildings right here. I don't know how to move this with the 2 flat tires, and I think the axle might be locked up, or maybe the parking brake is on or something. It just will not move. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that just yet. I got a buddy that has a bigger tractor that may come out and see. I still don't think we're gonna be able to move it even with his tractor. He has a 55 horse, mine's a 25, so it is a lot bigger, but this I believe is a nearly 100 horsepower tractor, so it's huge. We've still got a little bit of trash to clean up over here, a little bit of trash to clean up on the porch. The dumpster is full though, and it is coming together.
Once it warms up, that's when it's gonna
I got you.
draw back
Well, it's
out.
getting better.
I know.
So the cleaners came in and they wiped the walls meticulously, and they did a good job on that. But they were lacking in cleaning some of the countertops and stuff like that. So Stacy had to come in behind them and take care of that. The smoke smell is still there a little bit, but it's definitely better. It's like 80% better. But we have the painters coming today, and they're going to be able to paint over all of this stuff. Since it was wiped down and cleaned up already, we'll do like an oil-based kills to go over that, a primer to go over that. And actually the painters will be here in about 20 minutes. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like in here after they're done. We are going to maintain the trim, the kind of wood colored trim. We're going to keep that, but everything else in here is going to be painted. Anywhere you see white or wallpaper is going to get painted over. This room here was probably the worst with the smoke. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about up here. And this was after scrubbing, but I am told that the Kills oil-based primer will cover that up. It's going to take a couple of coats, but it will do it. We just finished taking down all of the curtains, and the next time you see this room, it should look like it's brand new. And just like that, we have a painted house, and it looks amazing. The color we went with, I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like a grayish blue color. And what we were really looking for was more gray, but I guess we're colorblind, and now we have some lightly blue colored walls. This color here that we chose is the same color that's in all of the bedrooms, and it's very similar to the color that's in the bathrooms. What are you doing down there?
I'm scrubbing the nicotine specks off of the wall because it's driving me insane sitting here looking at it, and like, you should see how filthy my water is on kind of all this soap. Let me see if I can move it aside. Yeah, that's bad. And that's just from like around the border of that door to right here at the outlet.
So like 10 square feet?
Yeah.
Less than that probably.
It's pretty nasty.
We went with a darker color gray in the kitchen, and I really, really like the way that this looks. And I kind of wish we would have gone with that color in the rest of the house too. But it is what it is. You know what? It doesn't smell bad in here anymore, and it looks amazing. So that is all that matters. Very happy with it, and even with the carpet still in the house, you really don't smell the smoke at all. So we'll probably go ahead and start the move-in process, and in the next video or two, we'll give you guys a full, complete tour of the house painted. Looks great. Big day today, guys. We just got a call from our dump truck driver and he just left the gravel pit. So today we're getting a brand new driveway. I think I hear a dump truck coming down the road. There he is. All right, there's our first load down. We got the beginnings of a driveway. We made it all the way from the front of the camper out to here. And Dale dropped a majority of the load into this hole right here, which he was saying we probably needed a bigger size rock to fill that in. He said he anticipates the hole to kind of eat this rock up and then we'll have to get more brought in. So we're just gonna kind of see what happens. Hopefully this is good. If not, we'll have to get him to bring some more and throw on top. But that is the beginnings of a driveway. Petra decided she wanted to help us today. I've never done this before, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. Seems like backing up into it was working pretty good, so let's keep trying that. Okay, let's try lifting the box blade and using the front of the bucket. Oh, there we go. Okay, so after about 3 loads of gravel and a ton of learning how to spread rock with a tractor, we got something that looks like a parking lot and a driveway. We're gonna have to get a couple more loads. We kind of had to stop there. I'd like some more gravel on that side of the carport and in between the carport and the house over there. It looks so much better than it did before, and it doesn't get all soggy and soupy and muddy when it rains, so I'd say that is a success. This was our first night staying in the new house all together. We got every single dog. There's Mila is bothering me heavily right now. She wants to go on a walk, so we're about to do that here in just a moment. There's Wessie. How are you, girl? Petra, how are you, puppy? And Remy over there, keeping guard, staring out the window, make sure nothing sneaks up on us. Yeah. And there's Kane, and there's our bed. And we got Stacy over here cooking up breakfast.
Oh yeah, got some bacon toast, and then our eggs are right over there.
So we haven't really formally moved in. It really kind of just feels like we're staying at an Airbnb, kind of playing around in the woods and fishing and all that stuff. But in reality, we've brought in minimal amount of stuff so that we could stay here and we could wake up here and we could get to work here. The main reason we've been staying here is because there's been like Arctic temperatures, and while the central heat and air does work, we don't want to rely on that solely. We want to be here in case it goes out. That way we don't all of a sudden have bursted pipes and a huge mess to deal with as far as that goes. So that's what we have left for firewood after last night. That is probably 25% of what we had last night, and we're pretty much out right now. We're gonna go see if we can go scope out some standing dead trees or some that are hung up. Basically, we're looking for trees that are seasoned and already dried out, that are off the ground is what we're looking for. We're gonna take the dogs on a walk and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So heading down to the little road to the pond, you can see it looks a lot different than it did the first time we took a walk out here. We're back behind all the buildings now. Look at all of these oak trees, guys. What do you think? I think it's crazy too. We have trimmed up a lot of the trees up top. We've even kind of taken a box blade to level this out a little bit. And these dogs don't know what to do about all the different smells out here. They're in heaven. We're getting closer to the bottom down here, and we've got this massive, massive oak tree. I believe this was a bur oak, and it is huge. That's a little bit bigger than what we're gonna be able to mess with today, but I mean, the tree starts there and goes all the way back, and the trunk on it is massive. We are approaching the pond now. I wonder if any of it froze last night. I know the dog's water bowl did. Nope, no ice. I bet after tonight, though, it starts to form. This side's a little on the heavy side, so that's where we'll start cutting. That entire tree all the way bucked up and mostly split. There's a couple of splitters here. The rest of it is probably just going to be burned how it is. All right, so today we're working in this little pasture. I guess it's about 2 acres and it's overgrown with mesquite trees, and it was completely encumbered with weeds and Johnson grass that was 7 foot tall. Last night Stacy and I bush hogged this whole area except for where there were mesquite trees, and we could have mowed over most of those with the brush hog, but we didn't want the little thorns laying all over the place scattered from the mower. So we're going to cut those off at the base. We're going to spray the stump with a mixture of crossbow herbicide and diesel, and that will soak in and kill the roots, and we won't have any other little shoots coming off of there later this spring. That's going to be the plan today, and then we're going to finish mowing up in this little pasture here. And that little brush cutter made short work of that, even a thicker tree such as that. So now we have a stump there that's about ground level. So now we're just going to apply a liberal amount of the herbicide to the stump, and that will not grow back next year. All right, so immediately after cutting, we're gonna go ahead and apply the crossbow. Just as simple as that. Another little area cleared out, sprayed with herbicide, and we got the limbs stacked up over there. Now we've just got to do that about 150 more times. All right, we've been working at this pretty much all day. There's been a bit of a development. Stacy and Aaron came out to give me a hand, and it's working much faster. I cut them, Stacy picks them up and carries them off, and then Aaron comes in and sprays. It's like 3 times as fast as it was when I was out here by myself all day today. This is the pile that we have accumulated. Thousands upon thousands of those terrible little thorns. It's really starting to look awesome out here, and it's getting there a lot faster now that these guys showed up to help. I don't really have any good footage, I don't think, of what it looked like over here beforehand. Maybe a drone shot that I'll put in now. But this stuff was so overgrown you couldn't see from one end to the other. And now it's starting to look a lot more wide open. And now the sun will be able to get to the grass, and we'll be able to grow some good forage for the animals. It's been a couple of weeks since we've uploaded a video, but we're here today with some pretty big updates. First of which, we moved in. Done with the moving process. We had to kind of take a step back from making videos to get that done because it was a bit of a pain. But we've got some room to breathe, and now we want to give you guys a tour of the house and kind of show you how we have it set up.
So first we're going to show you the living room.
So this is it. This is how we got it set up. Not too bad. It's the first time you guys are seeing the colors kind of at afar, seeing how everything looks. So we didn't show much of that last time, but there it is. Pretty nice. Got Stacy's big old china cabinet over here. One of her favorite things. We did get the house completely painted, although the painters did not do a perfect job. You can see up there that they got white paint on some of the trim. They really should have gone over the ceiling twice with the kills, but they only put 1 coat on, and that kind of shows. They also got paint absolutely everywhere.
Oh yeah, all over the place. On the floor, but you know what? It's still better than what it was. So,
better than
on
what
a
it was?
positive note.
Yeah, and still by far the nicest thing we've ever lived in.
Yes.
We're not hard to please. It is unfortunate that they didn't do a better job of just keeping the paint off of the floor.
That's okay. Hey, it's nice. It's nicer than what it was. The walls are not yellow anymore.
Also, this floor is going to eventually need to be pulled up and redone anyway, because you can see there's a little bit of an issue. It's like they have this other floor kind of thrown over just the top of the linoleum there, and there's some soft spots. So all of this is going to have to be pulled up and addressed at a later date. Anyway, where'd you go?
I'm right here, sorry. Remy thought there was something underneath the floor whenever you lifted it up. She's looking for a treat.
We also ended up keeping the carpet. A lot of you guys were saying that we should just pull it out. And initially that was the plan, but once we started kind of crawling around on the ground and sniffing it ourselves, it really wasn't that bad. And this carpet in here is fairly new anyway. So it cleaned up really nice, and it doesn't smell like smoke in here at all. Another neat aspect is we were able to hook up water to our ice maker in the refrigerator, which we've never had before. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome having that.
We ended up keeping and sticking with the original microwave and the stove, which both work really well. They just needed to be cleaned up, but Stacy really knocked that out of the park and made them look brand new. You'll notice up top, there's a lot of stuff: crock pot, rotisserie, stock pots, meat slicer, really all of our kind of like food processing stuff that we use. And that doesn't really have a home just yet. It can stay up there for now, but our plan eventually is to build a more permanent home for all of that stuff. And you guys will, I think, be pretty interested in that in the future videos to come. Master bedroom, we are still sleeping on the floor like a couple of teenagers.
It works.
We're gonna get a bed soon. Outside now, we got a lot of organizing to do. It got to the point in the moving process where it was like, just get everything here and kind of throw it somewhere and we will organize it later. So we've got a little bit of work to do as far as that goes, but check it out. We got the buildings brought over. That is the one that we keep all of the tools and stuff in. Pretty cool. Yeah. Also, camper fits under there. I think I've showed that, but haven't really expressed how excited I am about that because the sun just eats up those rubber roofs that's on those things. So that is really cool. So again, a bit of a mess over here, some organizing to be done. My brother Joey gave us some disc golf baskets to put out here, which I am super excited about that. We got the chickens over here as well. We kind of just have this little temporary pen thrown up for them right now. Eventually they're gonna have something that's about 50 times the size of this. I don't know the exact acreage of what they're going to have, but it's going to be pretty large. There'll be a rectangular portion of the fence way back there, and it's going to extend all the way over to the barns and then go towards the front pasture that we've cleared all the mesquites on, and we're going to be planting that soon with all kinds of goodies for the chickens to forage on, in hopes of like mitigating and hopefully, honestly, even eliminating the need for feed. That's the goal. And if you're enjoying the farm and animal aspect of these videos, you're really going to want to follow along with us, because this place is going to be a fully functioning farm in the near future. We have some big plans, and some of those are already set in motion, and you'll be seeing those in the coming months.
Absolutely.
Well, we made it through the Arctic assault, and we burned through a ton of firewood. I guess when you look at it from this angle, you can tell we did make a pretty significant dent on this side. We need our covered storage area back, so we got to do something about this wood. A couple of you guys made a really awesome suggestion, and I hadn't thought about it until I read it in the comments, so thank you. This is what we're going to use to store the firewood. These are the water tanks. I think they're called IBC water totes or whatever. So we got this tote filled up, but unfortunately, it's almost too heavy for the little tractor to lift. Get all this wooden debris cleaned up. We have both of the wood bins filled up. We've got all of the bark and debris cleaned up. We gathered up a giant portion of that to be used in the house as kindling. So now we just got to get it all swept up. Got everything all cleaned up and organized and looking good again. Room for the equipment to be covered up and out of the rain. Morning everybody, it is a brand new day on the homestead, and we got big stuff going on today actually. We've had a big old roll-off dumpster dropped off this morning, and today we're going to be cleaning out those buildings over there. We got Aaron hooking up the trailer right now. That one's going to be used for scrap metal. We're going to get this sucker loaded down, get it ready to go to the junkyard tomorrow. We got the scrap trailer over there getting filled up. Making it to where we can get in here and start grabbing trash out, put it in the dumpster. So this side is pretty well cleaned out. We still got some more debris to scoop up with the old tractor in here, but it's coming along pretty good. This is already some pretty good covered storage here. So I don't know what we'll do. I don't know if we'll like tear things out from here this way, or if we'll actually go and rebuild everything from these furthest out posts. I'm unsure on what the game plan will be just yet, but huge step in the right direction getting this side cleaned out. So Dad and Aaron's been working on this side. Aaron is operating the tractor now. His old pawpaw is loading him up and he's making the deposits to the dumpster over here. We've got to get this limb off of this building here. We're gonna try to cut that limb down and then raise this section of roof up so we can drive the tractor in and make cleaning it out more easy. If that doesn't work, we may end up just ripping this part off right here. I'm not sure yet, but we're about to find out. Starting to look pretty darn good in here. Stacy just got back home. She hasn't not seen our progress yet. You ready to go take a look?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Oh my. That looks crazy.
Yeah, pretty nuts, huh?
Yeah, it is. What's crazy is when I was walking up, I saw that and I thought, oh no, they're already almost full. And then I saw straight through here and I was like, oh, so that's almost empty.
Yeah, and this side right here has a really, really nice foundation too, by the way. And we definitely need to do a little bit more sweeping up, and there's some framework to be done, but it's a start. I'm pretty pleased with it. It turned out to be in a whole lot better shape than what I was thinking it was gonna. The dumpster's completely full. I think we may have that picked up tomorrow morning. And I'm hoping we can get a little bit of a discount since we returned that one so quickly on getting a new one out here, because we still have a lot to clean up. We didn't even touch this back here, which is kind of a scary thought. This one is pretty rough. Well, we just rolled up on this side of the property and we had another dumpster delivered early this morning, and it looks like Dad has beat me to it today. So let's go see what he's got done so far. Take a second to admire what we accomplished in the last video. That is amazing. All right, I see the tractor over in front of the little building. Let's go see. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Well, he got this sucker completely cleared out. Incredible. Amazing. This one was pretty bad. Showed a clip yesterday just how much junk was in here. And it's a lot better. Find anything cool?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what that is, but it looks neat.
Huh. Cast iron?
And a sinker.
Let me see
The
that.
sinker's been made. Yeah, that's on.
Huh.
That's why I'm coming over here. I was like, oh, what's that?
I wonder if that's the forms for those lead bars we found.
Whoa.
Okay.
There it is.
That's pretty cool. Let's see what Stacy's pulling out.
Hummingbird. Something.
Oh my gosh.
That's old.
That is an old fish finder. Holy moly.
Oh, that's wet. I don't know what that is.
Let's get this golf cart pulled out of here, yeah?
So scary.
Because I got a chain on.
Watch him.
It'd be kind of crazy, but we could definitely get the batteries for it we could build a bed on the back where we could at least haul a couple of bags of feed, and I'm thinking go as far as putting a little trailer hitch on the back of it. I don't know. Several hours have passed since we've had the camera on last, and this is what it's looking like in here now. Getting close to the end of it. Morning, guys. So yesterday we emptied the scrap trailer and got rid of all that and made like 163 bucks, which is awesome because it helped us pay for the next dumpster and hopefully the final dumpster. The plan was to start fresh today, empty dumpster, empty trailer. King got the trailer in position all by himself. Good job. Couple of little issues there, but the important thing is you got the concept of how to do it pretty fast. Unnatural, I would say. Good job. All right, let's roll. We're going to be cleaning out this last section of the building, which I'm super excited about. We have one of these IBC totes here, cut the top of it off, and this is where we're going to be sticking small scrap metal so it doesn't fall off of the trailer or through the floor of the trailer, as Dad's trailer needs a new floor in it pretty bad. So that's the plan today. So this is what we're dealing with today. Last one, and I'm so glad to be done with it. Check it out, another wood burning heater, I think. There's something. Huh. I believe so. Or maybe it's an oil. I don't know what that is, actually. Since the camera's last been on, we split up into teams. Me and Aaron have been doing fence stuff. Dad and Kane have been cleaning this junk hole out in here. Ew.
So we can pull this, bub. It's gonna pull all my freaking load off if I don't. Now I'll try to pull it. Ready, set, go. Aaron, can you help? Yeah.
Okay, whoa.
It is that easy.
Some kind of nylon. Over the last week or so, this little pasture area has really started to turn green again. Looking pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We started yesterday, and Aaron and I are working at it again today while they're over there cleaning out the barn. We are taking down the old fence. We have a section here that starts right here and goes all the way back to the barn. It's probably 150, maybe 200 feet. We have it all separated from the T-posts. We put a loop in it. We're gonna hook it to the truck and hopefully pull the entire length of it out. Hopefully that works, because I really don't want to have to walk this fence line here pulling it out. As soon as we get the fence going, we can get in there with the mower and the tractor and everything else to knock that down. We got to get rid of the fence first. Okay, low gear. Low gear, no gas, just let it go. It's working! Beautiful! Nice! Hi! Heck yeah! Stay clear of that, Mila. Oh my goodness. Working like a dang charm. Look at that. And there's the last of it. We've cut the last section of fence out, and now we're getting ready to pull it out too. Whoa! Okay, slow. Yeah. Mila, run! Come on, Mila, move. Mila, come on. All right. And we brought some briars with it. Cool. Mila, run! Run, Mila! All right. The last piece of metal spaghetti. Now we'll go ahead and go over some of the features of the golf cart, the things that we added to it, and we'll save the best for last. It's my favorite part. Firstly, we got our little slow moving vehicle sign. on there in case we have to go from our farm to our friend's farm down the road or whatever. We got the extra seat back here so we can haul more than 2 people comfortably. But the real reason I got this is so that we can haul feed or hay or tools or whatever else up there. Well, that's pretty nice. Also, we maintained a significant amount of storage underneath the back seat so we can put a air compressor or whatever other tools we need in there and still have plenty of room. We also added a rear view mirror. Although this thing bounces around so much, it's just about useless. We're going to see if we can figure out a way to make that a little more sturdy. The new tires, these are a 20-inch tire, 10 inches wide on a 10-inch rim. And the reason we upgraded to these is because these are actually, I think they're a 4 or a 6 ply. So they'll stand up a little bit better than the original ones to mesquite thorns. We left the front cover off because we still have to repair this steering joint right there. It's got a lot of play to it and it makes for some pretty wild rides sometimes. It kind of has a mind of its own. And once we do that, everything on the front end will be completely redone. All of the bushings, the shocks, everything will be completely brand new. Another thing that we did was we used the factory mounting plate here for the old charger, and we put in one of these guys right here. So when we want to charge our car, all we have to do is plug an extension cord up to that and we're good to go. And now time for my favorite part. Oh no, it looks like someone was doing some mowing and ran over a mesquite thorn, and now their tire has become flattened. Whatever will we do? Just that easy, we're ready to go again. Let's see how much juice we drained out of the battery. We were at 80%, still at 80%, so that's pretty good. And we'll see how long it says our battery will last filling up the air compressor. I don't know what you think about it, but I believe that that is going to be a very useful thing to have. And there's no limit to the use of this either. It doesn't have to just be an air compressor. We can run an electric chainsaw or lighting if we're doing projects on a part of the property where there's no electricity. If we're working on fence way back in the back of the property, we don't have to load up a generator, which is good because we don't have one. We can just take this thing back there and run pretty much any kind of equipment there is. We have a 1,000-watt inverter installed on here, so that's pretty significant. I mean, we could run a microwave and tools off of it at the same time, so that's pretty awesome. We got a new tool on the property, a new piece of equipment. I've had a bit of a chance to experiment with it and kind of get used to it and figure out how it works and everything. These guys haven't really messed with it that much, so we're getting ready to go down right now and go check it out. I think this is going to be something that is crucially important to getting the land cleared out here, and I really feel like it's probably one of the missing pieces to the puzzle. And it's gonna help us progress very quickly getting stuff done out here.
Let's go have some fun then and check it out.
Kane, you ready?
Sure.
How about you?
I'm very excited to do it.
We have the golf cart loaded down with the essentials. We have our 12-volt compressor, refrigerator slash cooler slash freezer hooked up to the inverter on our golf cart. So we'll have some good cold drinks down there. We got some bar oil. We got some Ryobi batteries that we're gonna keep charged. We gotta head across to the other side of the property and go grab a couple of other things that we're gonna need, and we're gonna get started. We gotta hurry up and catch up to Aaron. He's taking the lawnmower down to the back, but I did not inform him he needs to hook the trailer up first, so we have to get to him before he takes off. We're gonna take the little trailer down. Okay. Okay, you're good. You want to ride on the trailer? Or are you going to stay up here with us, Kane?
Now we're stay up here. Actually, I'll ride.
Pick your feet up. Pick your feet up. This is our new wood chipper, much like our smaller one that we have that you've seen in previous videos. This one is a bigger version of that. It's a commercial version of that. And it will do all the way up to, I believe, a 7-inch log. So that'll have us covered from everything from like leaves and stuff like that, saplings, all the way up to firewood. So if it's something that's too big for this chipper, it's going to be used for firewood anyway. So that should cover everything that we're going to need to take care of down here while we're clearing out the land. And this is going to save us a lot of time, because one of the things that takes the most amount of time is cutting the trees down and then having to haul them all the way up to the top to the burn pile. And I didn't like the idea of having a bunch of different piles on the property. So this will be pretty cool. I've used it just a little bit. These guys have not. We're going to get this fired up here in just a second, and we're going to show you what it'll do. Fueling up the old chipper before we get started. I do also want to add that this is not a sponsorship thing. We're not being paid to show this to you guys. We purchased this with our own money. Boom, 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 boom. I got you back, bro. Throw it up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, we got a full trailer full of mulch pretty quick.
I want to get on it and slide down.
Do it. Hey, that kind of worked.
Yeah.
Well, we had to do it the old-fashioned way. All right, check it out, everybody. This is the finished product. Well, not finished for today. There's still some stuff we want to do out here, but this is pretty nice so far. And the best part about it is it was pretty much all free. This grill was free. These parking dills that we're using for stairs was already on the property. I guess this wasn't so much free, but this is something that we took from our old house and brought here. And kind of repurposed it, and we already had the old picnic table. I think we still want to do some more down here. We got to add some lighting. We cut the poison ivy vines today, so when those die, we'll get them pulled down. Got to do some tree trimming. I think we're going to hang some lights up out here eventually. Maybe do a little more in the way of outdoor kitchen cooking stuff, because that's pretty fun. It's one of our favorite places to come down and just have dinner. What do you think about it?
I love it. It really came together out here, especially with the grill, the table, the whole entire setup. This I definitely love. Can't wait to get more down. Petra is totally pooped right now. She got to run everywhere. But yeah, it's an absolute awesome setup.
So right now we're about to do something about this door. It's all rusty and just doesn't look good, so we're going to take the wire wheel and knock off the surface layer of rust, and then we're going to throw some paint on this. Got the rust knocked off of it. Now it's time for a coat of paint. And that is the finished product after the paint has cured. Not too bad. Also, we have a new addition to the old farm here. This is another Ford tractor. And while this one isn't far from running, I don't think this is going to be one that we put a lot of time or money into. The main reason we picked this up was for the tires. If you've noticed, our Ford 9N has, I think, one tire that holds air, and then the other one, there's just nothing left of it. And those tires, if you were to go and buy them brand new, are about $450 a piece. We asked about this tractor about a year ago or so, and at the time it wasn't for sale, but the guy was selling his place, and he said, come pick it up. And we picked this entire thing up, this whole tractor, and the shredder for $250. We decided to put a hiking trail in. This is the first time you're hearing about it, so I'll show it to you. So the hiking trail begins here and goes off that way. And that is the hiking trail. It ends right, or begins, I guess either way you look at it, right here behind the house. What do you think about it?
I love it. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. So this is the fence line we're gonna be working on clearing today. It goes from that corner brace down about 100, 120 feet or so that way to another corner brace. So we're gonna start off by pulling these T-posts out of the ground, and then we're gonna mow it. And then I think, fingers crossed, we should be able to stretch a piece of fence today for the first time, which I'm kind of nervous about, but also excited. So Aaron is gonna take and hook this piece of metal over the fence post, and we're gonna pull it out of the ground, okay? All right, cool. So this is a little T-post puller that we bought off of Amazon. I thought about making our own, but we really don't have anything to cut this thick of steel, and it was only like $9. Anyway, let me specify, the plate was only $9, and then we added the chain and kind of tack welded it on there. But I think that's gonna work pretty good. It's gonna make T-post pulling go pretty smoothly. And I think there's only like 5 T-posts in this entire span, so this should go pretty quickly.
I wonder if it'd be faster to just pull them out by hand. There's only 3 left.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the rest of those T-posts pulled. You want to try to do them by hand?
Yes. You just wiggle them back and forth and pull them straight up. Yeah.
Well, some of these are in here pretty tight. We'll just use the puller and save our backs. There was only a total of 4 T-posts on this entire stretch. And after that one, we got one more. That one's unfortunately bent though. And
I found a red mushroom.
And this is the last T-post. And it's pretty bent too. Now that we have all the fence posts pulled up, we're gonna detach this guy here, and we're gonna go grab the mower, and we're gonna go make quick work of that fence line. At this point, we have a clear and defined line of where we're going. We've brought our fence over. The next step is going to be to run a string line from this point to that point, which I believe is around 80 feet. Once we get that up, we'll be able to measure and set our T-posts, and then we'll unroll that fence right there. All right. We're tied off, and we're tied off in a way where our string line is going to be right up against this post here, which is what we want. And our string line is secured. So this is the fence stretcher that we're going to be using today. I've never used it before. We've always just done like two 2x4s and a bunch of bolts to sandwich the fence, but I've seen videos of this and it looks really easy. So this is what we're going to use. We got the fence stood up and we have the stretcher in place. I got this sucker pretty tight. I've never done this before, so I don't really have a feel of how tight or loose it should be, but I think that's probably pretty good. This little thing worked out pretty good. We didn't bang the wedges in the first time tight enough, so it did slip and I had to redo it. But so far, everything seems to be good. Now we're just finishing up tying this off, and then we'll be able to take the tension off of it, and hopefully everything holds together. We just made the last connection down at the bottom on this fence, and now we're ready to take the tension off of it and hope that everything stays together. Ooh, that's a lot of tension on that thing. As I take the tension off, this is going to start to bear the weight. Oh boy, is it moving? Or looking good?
Looking good.
All right. Ooh. A lot of tension on that fence, dude. It looks to be that everything is holding though, so that's kind of good.
Very well.
You can see the fence starting to stretch, and the force is now being shared between the
Dang it, Petra.
the two braces on the end.
Oh.
All right. Let's go take the tension off of this one fully. Bada boom, dude. Let's go see how we did. Oh yeah. You play guitar, you could play a tune on that, huh? That's nice, man. See it off the ground for some reason, but we'll...
This thing is holding it up a ton.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Because look, see how it's low down on the ground
Do
here?
you see the hammer anywhere? So the fence is a little bit up off the ground, and I think it's because of this guy here. So there we go.
I'm deaf now. Kick it, Dad. There you go. See, it's set back. It's set down on the ground.
Nice, man.
Ooh,
Okay. That's pretty good.
that's very good.
That's not a bad fence, man. Look at this. What do you think?
Great.
High five. Starting out today, we're going to finish the fence. We're going to put the barbed wire on the top and fence clips. Let's grab the tools.
What you doing?
So we've decided to put a top strand of barbed wire on our fence here. We got about 80 feet to go. I'm not even sure how many feet's in this spool. This is something that was already on the property when we bought it. We found it laying around, so we're going to utilize it and see how far that gets us. So we have the fence set up on the post down there, and hopefully we just pull it and it turns, and we're going to go all the way to the end like this.
All right, I'm at the end.
Okay, I'm cutting. so we're wrapping the okay, I want that to be further over, right there. All right, so we're wrapping the first piece of barbed wire down here at this end. We're using one of our nifty little wrapping tools, which these things are great. I don't know how well they're going to work for barbed wire, but we'll see. Seems to be going pretty good, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I've never in my life messed with barbed wire before. I don't even know if this is the way that you're supposed to do it. It makes sense, so we're gonna run it and see. Ooh,
So
see what happens.
feel free to get mad at us in the comments.
Yeah, if we don't know what we're doing, feel free to let us know. But I think that'll be fine. And look at this twist we put on this wire with that tool. We'll go ahead and just clip off that extra barb part right there. And then we'll have that little professional twist on there. It's not bad. Okay.
What a shocking twist of events.
We're down here on the opposite end of where we tied it. And we're about to put a pull on this barbed wire here. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach this gripper on. And this is an old one that Dad has had forever. I've never used it, but you pull that up and you lay the fence down, and then you would pull from here, and it puts the fence in a bind and grabs a hold of it and allows you to tighten it. This seems like it's gonna work pretty good. Go ahead and hook the come along to the wire binder, okay? And then I'm gonna pull this tight, and you go down and reach as far as you can.
I am.
All right. Okay, here we go, guys. How's it looking? Okay, we have it tensioned, we have it tied. We're about to let off and see what happens. Ooh, okay. By the way, in case you're wondering, it is hot in Texas. We are around 90 today with a heat index of, I think it said between 100 and 108, depending on the time of day and humidity. So we do have storms coming, so it is extra, extra humid today.
It's definitely such a great day to be doing this.
Yeah, good day for fencing, huh? There we go. What do you think about that? I don't know. That's good though.
Okay. Are we ready?
Gosh, I don't know.
I'm opening it.
Oh my goodness.
They're all alive. They're so pretty.
They look great.
Turkeys.
Oh
they're
my
so much
goodness.
Look at them.
Wow.
So much smaller.
You're nosy. Come here. Aww.
Are you
This
packing it
little one
like
right
that?
here's probably worn out.
Okay.
So that's
They are
5.
all alive and well. Let's see what the little guys think of the grass for their first time.
Turkey dumping time.
Turkey dump.
Oh. Oh, no. That's not good. That was the biggest spell I've ever seen. Ew.
Okay, sorry guys.
Now they're gonna peck the shavings. Look. Turkeys. You got them all in complete
This
shot.
guy's buried.
You don't know what to do.
Okay. So while we've had turkeys in the past in small numbers, this is going to be our first attempt at really bringing up a flock on the farm, and it's a huge step for us here. I'm super excited about it.
These guys, they want to be like right near your feet at all times.
They see you as their shepherd, dear. We're out here mowing this little pasture area. We're knocking down all this grass. There's a lot of mesquites that are starting to come up, and we definitely don't want that, so we're just going to mow it all out flat. And eventually, when we do that enough, the roots that are in the ground will die out and it'll stop sprouting up mesquite trees. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mow all this up. And we just finished up this section here. Thankfully so. It's been very, very hot. We chopped down all of the new mesquite saplings that were coming up, so that's a good thing. We were able to knock down some of the bigger saplings. that we're starting to get pretty well established. So we haven't knocked down the mesquite population in big numbers yet, but we are kind of pushing back just a little bit. So in addition to mowing the big field over there, we've also been doing some work down here in an area that you guys haven't seen very much of. And frankly, we haven't either, because it's been so overgrown that it's virtually been inaccessible. And that is right down here by the pond. As we stand here on the dam looking at the water, and you turn around and look, I've cleared out all this, a nice little place to hang out, and we're going around the pond and making some areas for the boys to come down here and fish. And not just the boys, me and Stacy too, because we like to fish as well. Before we got started, you literally couldn't even stand in this place because there was so many briars and thorns and trees and everything else. You can kind of see where we busted through this wall here, and we're putting in a bit of a trail that goes all the way around the dam with different points to access the pond and fish. And I'm super excited about opening this place up down here so that we can come down here and hang out. It's one of my favorite places on the property. Look at the size of these trees that are down here. Absolutely massive oak trees right here by the pond. It really is a beautiful place, and I'm so excited to get it cleaned up. So the plan is to get this old beast back into action. So what we're gonna do is steal the tires off of the $200 parts tractor, which we've already done. Also take the shredder from the parts tractor and put it on the old tractor. In doing so, we should have a pretty nice mower, a second mower. There's a lot of grass to cut around here, and if we could do it twice as fast, that is going to be really, really cool. Don't know anything about that mower though, so hopefully it works. So we got the two back tires thrown on. They got air in them. We had to disassemble the front tire and put one of the tubes in the front tire from the other tractor. And it's getting pretty late now. This took a lot longer than what I thought it was going to. Now all we have left to do is throw a battery in this thing and see if it will fire up. Battery's installed. Now we're going to see if this thing will crank over for the first time in a long time. Let's see. I'll choke it.
Right here.
All right, you pull the choke out. Ready? Woo! Runs and runs good. Before we move this old tractor around too much more, we're going to go ahead and slime up these tires just because we know what we're getting into here. So Aaron's coming around to slime up the last tire here. I've done the front two, he did the back one. Then we'll throw some in this back one and call it good. I mentioned it in a previous video when we brought home the parts tractor, but we only paid 250 bucks for that tractor that had these tires on it. Well, these tires aren't anywhere near new. They're in really, really good shape. And for new tires for this tractor, they'll run about 400 bucks a piece. So that was a pretty good deal. We got the tires as well as the shredder, which I'm hoping works. We're gonna go find out here in just a second. We'll give her some air and we'll be ready to roll. Now we're gonna go see, hopefully, if that shredder works. Well, there's the old brush cutter that came with the tractor that looks like it got parked in the hood. It's over here sitting on blocks. While me and Aaron are mowing, Kane has got the old weed eater strung up and full of gas. He's gonna go weed it around the pond, right?
And a little bit up there.
And a little bit up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got your water?
Up there first, so I can bring my fishing pole down to the pond, so after I'm done weed eating, I can fish down there while I'm already down.
Smart. Okay, you got your water.
Yep.
Stay out of the sun if you can. And yeah, have fun.
Also, the color on the water bottle, I didn't get to pick.
That was
something we found on the curb, so.
That works. We got everything prepped and ready. Aaron's gonna back up to this thing. We're gonna lift it up and go park underneath that awning over there, out of the sun, because it is hot, hot, hot. It's like 100 degrees today. It's not fun. It is fun, it's just hot fun. We got this thing halfway hooked up enough to move, hopefully. Aaron's gonna try to raise it up. Hopefully our lift arms still go up in the air. Bud.
Oh, you have the PTO on.
Not too high. Okay. Down. Okay, drive it over to that shade over there. All right, that's a good sign. It's moving behind the tractor. Let's see, I think I'll have to move my tractor out of the way so it'll fit. One of these days, a big, massive, air-conditioned shop would be kind of cool. Keep dreaming on that one. Look.
Oh no, what's that from?
I can only assume that's from the tractor. Gosh dang it, man. We're under the tractor here and it's just as I thought. This same little rubber hose right here that went out on us last time. It looks like it got poked with a stick somewhere right around in there. So, looks like we're down a tractor. All right, well, let's get this one going anyway. Okay, we have it all hooked up. Everything looks pretty good. The old mower deck seems to spin freely. Everything hooked up nicely. We even got this handy dandy top link here that I guess someone probably homemade. With these old tractors, they don't have a place where you can stick it to a static position and it stays there. They're either going all the way up or all the way down, either fast or slow, depending on the position of the lever. But this right here keeps it in a bind, sit at whatever height you set it to, which is going to be really cool. So we got everything hooked up. We're going to go give it a quick test and see how it functions. We got a little bit of grass here we're going to test this thing out with. Dad keeps it pretty short around here, but should be enough to get it tested. All right, he's kicking on the PTO, throttle up, first gear. There she goes. Hey, it's cutting. How about that? By the way, you should never walk behind a brush hog like that, especially one that doesn't have deflector chains hanging off the back of it. Oh yeah. That is so cool to see that old 1939 Ford tractor out here still doing work today. And he's chewing it up, man. He's having a blast with it. He might have his fill of it by the time it's all said and done, because since my tractor's down, he's going to be mowing the easement on his own. And I know from experience that takes about 3 hours, maybe a little longer. As soon as I get my tractor up and running again, we will be able to say that we have 2 tractors on the old homestead. And I can say that's going to be a pretty big asset, having 2 tractors going. That one can be specifically for mowing and chopping up brush and doing all kinds of stuff like that. And if we have a big mowing job, then we can use both of them for the same thing. So I've got to go make some phone calls and order some tractor parts, unfortunately. It would be pretty easy to sit here and complain about the old tractor breaking down, like, if it's not one thing, it's another, which around here it kind of is, but I don't want to seem ungrateful. In fact, I am grateful to have a tractor that needs fixing. I'm grateful to have a tractor that gets broken, that we can put to use out here. So it is what it is, it's part of it. We'll get it going again, and we'll continue to transform this place into something beautiful. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.